with my chest, and I just load myself up and I come back to my square stance. You can turn the wheel down. I kind of like to step wide and kind of yank the elbow out. Anything to get the weight onto that leg, and then again, I bang with my shoulder. I just load up, chamber that leg, and I come right back to my square stance. And so we'll do some entries this way. Make sure you're hanging. I lift my leg as high as I can without leaning back and putting weight on my heel and getting myself off balance, right? So again, step, load, and come back. That'll be our entry for Osoto, and then our forward entry for like a Harai, Uchimata, even Seonagi. I look at his leg as his feet as the base of a triangle. I step to the top of the triangle. I pull to get his weight onto his toes as I back step, and I turn, keeping my elbows up, trying to get all the weight onto one leg, again, the leg I'm going to attack, and I want him on his toes in a forward direction where I'd like to take him anyways. If I get him off balance, the throw is going to be easy. So got to have kazushi and footwork here to set the throw up. If I get those things right, the throw should be easy. So yeah, we'll start slow, just make sure we're getting them off balance, pulling and turning and coming back. Talk to each other. If you don't feel like you're off balance, help your partner out so they can make those little adjustments. And then we'll pick it up as we go. Always come back to the square stance. A lot of you are going to come back and try to load that leg up to get some extra momentum, but it's telegraphing it, right? Just like if I'm going to fight and I pull this thing back, he knows what's coming. So pick one of those two entries and we'll drill them back and forth. I'll count them out. All right, 1, 2, 3. Sometimes you can't get the guy to open the guard, so you're going to have to give a little to get a little, right? So I prefer this grip right here, this armpit grip. It kind of neutralizes this arm and keeps this side of my body safe, whether it's triangle, armbar, omoplata, because I bring my knee up and I kind of connect my elbow. I don't like my hand too low, because if I feel somebody gets that grip on me, I can still peel that elbow and kind of set up my omoplata by that hand getting stuck in there. So a little bit high and on top of the armpit. People like to use the collar, that's fine too. I just prefer this grip. I bring my knee up and I seal off this side. And so if he's not opening the guard, I kind of use this grip here and I slide down the ankle and I try to get the guard to open. But if I can't, I'll reach into here and I'll grab my own ankle. This was a Roy Harris technique that I saw at one of his seminars. He grabs the ankle here and just kind of pop, and it forces the guard to open. And so a lot of times the guys will shoot the triangle here. If he doesn't shoot the triangle, I'll just hop over that leg. But if he does, I got to be ready, right? You're probably going to get caught in here a few times, maybe a lot, and to kind of figure out what you should and shouldn't do. And so if I want to just climb back in, I don't feel safe, I get my head up, I'll bring my hand in, and then I'll quickly lock my hands. And I don't lead with my elbow. If I lead with my elbow on this guy, he's going to lift his hips and I can get armbarred here. So I kind of shake till my shoulder comes in, and then I'll bring the elbow in when it's a lot safer. But we want to get the pass from here. So again, I'm here, I've sealed off this side of his hip, and then I reach back here. If he's not opening by now, then I grab my own ankle and I just kind of flex my wrist, and it helps pop that guard open. Now from here, he needs to get his hip out to the side to get a good angle to lock the triangle. If he tries to lock the triangle from here, pretty tough, right? Armbar triangle, it's all going to be tough from here. So right away, I'm going to get off my knees and up on my toes, and I'm going to drive my head over his, leading with my chest. I don't want my head down. This is not good. I'm still kind of blocking his hip with my knee and my elbow, so we can't create that angle. I like to go high collar. Some people like to go down low to control the hips a little bit more to prevent that back roll. But I'm going to get a little greedy here as I'm head up and I shuffle step to the side. So by now, if he's not able to lock the triangle, a lot of guys are going to try to shoot the armbar. And if my elbow's in front of his hip, that armbar will be there for him. So I keep my elbow outside of the hip as I shuffle step. And then once I get to this angle, I'm going to just smear his hips across, and I'll usually get the pass that way. So again, I'm going to go high armpit. I bring my knee up and I try to connect my knee and elbow together. Reaching back here if he's not opening. If he's still not opening, which a lot of triangle guys will just jump it right here. He'll go for it. But if I need to grab that ankle to force it, I'll pop it, and then he'll jump triangle on me. And now I'm in a little bit of a danger zone here, right? So I gotta be smart, I gotta be careful. I'm gonna get off my knees and drive up. Again, high grip is what I prefer. You can go low grip to control the hips to try to prevent that back roll. High grip, and now I'm shuffling, head up, elbow stays outside the hip, and then you might get a choke here, or I can just smear him across and get the pass that way. You guys got it? Let's go try those out real quick. 1, 2, 3. Roy Dean showed this one to me. Again, my arm's straight. I got to give to get if I'm trying to get the guy to open the guard. And he kind of goes into this thing where he gives a straight arm, and then he kind of blocks his head. I might not be getting this exactly right, but when the guy goes to swing in for the arm bar, you're either ready to block where he can't step in front of the head, or you can catch the leg here. And so when the guy realizes this, almost always they're going to try to replace the guard. He brings the knee up and connects the knee and elbow, which stops him from locking the guard. And then I kind of like to hug the head and arm or double under. Just watch the Ezekiel, keep the elbows high, keep his legs spread apart, and then I cross my feet and carry the leg out. So that'll be the first one as far as trying to get him to open the guard. I give him the straight arm, cover my head, and it's tough for him to step over the head and lock it out. So when he goes to put it back, I bring my knee up and I make that connection so he can't relock the guard, knee to the floor. Nice high step up, good forward pressure. If he tries to lock my leg in here, it's really tough for him to close his feet. Then I cross my foot to carry out that trail leg. So that'll be the first one. And then the next one, if he does end up getting the armbar, he locks me out. I'm gonna go palm to palm. The arm that's getting barred is gonna be on top. I'm gonna try to curl, and I also drive off my knees. I wanna stack him. I put my knee up behind the back, and then if this hand's on top, it naturally slides into my bicep, where I can make this a little bit stronger of a lock. If you can get your hand inside, that's great, right in here, and then I can always pull my arm out bent, slowly. Never pull your arm out straight and play tug of war with your arm. It's gonna be painful. So again, I get to this lock. If you can't get inside, most guys are gonna have this a little bit tighter. Get that knee, nice, yes. I'll go around the knee, and then I can do the same thing, right? Keep the hips up with my knee, keep them crunched in there so he can't extend, and then I'm just gonna slowly cinch and pull my elbow out. If you're not able to, I kind of sag away, and I get his legs to collapse towards me, which he feels he's lost a lot of power here. Now it's easier to pull my arm out, and the thread of the armbar is not near the same. And then I'll pass around the corner this way. So again, if he does get me extended, I don't have a lot of time here. Palm to palm, curl, stack, make this lock. If you can get inside, that's great. If not, I'd prepare for this because it's gonna be really tough to get your hand in there on a tight armbar. I'm hugging the knee. I'm slowly pulling my arm out. And if I can't, I'll sag away to get his legs to collapse and his hips, and then I'll pull my arm out and run that corner. You guys got it? Let's try that out. 1, 2, 3. Guy's got a good cross choke on me. 2 hands in. So first thing I gotta do is I gotta defend. I'm gonna push the elbows together, and then one hand's gonna be higher than the other, right? One high, one low. My low hand goes in between his arms all the way till my elbow gets past his, and then I'm kind of answering the phone here. And then I'm gonna pop my elbow, twisting my whole body. Boom, break that grip. 2 hands on this grip, and break. So when you're drilling it, have your partner maybe switch sides so you can understand which side you're doing, not just do the same side over and over and then get good at one side. So it'll be natural if you do it a lot. Push the elbows together to defend, and now I gotta escape. I'm gonna snake my arm all the way between, try to get my elbow past his. I'm okay here, but now I need to get out. I'm gonna pop this elbow, turn my head and my whole body. Break that grip, and then break that grip. Let's go try that out. 1, 2, 3. So he's got me armbarred from this position. If I can get to this kind of position where I'm able to lock my arm here, a couple things I can do from this bent arm position is I'll rock myself up, and as I start to rock myself up, I'll scissor my legs, get on top, and do those same escapes that we did earlier. Right? If I can get to this position, that's one thing I can do from this locked position. I don't want to hang out here all day because eventually he'll pick the lock. Another one I'll do from here is I'll grab my own collar, so this hand's free to kind of let that arm go. I pop this knee off the head, and my head comes over and I bridge to the floor. Once I'm here, I'm much safer. Even if the arm's straight, he's probably not going to be able to finish it from here. So 2 things I can do from here is I can just scissor my legs and pull that elbow to the floor and get on top. Or once I get here, whether I'm on the collar or it's straightened, I'll stuff this leg between mine, and then it's much safer to get on top. So again, I'm straight armbarred again. Or not straight, I guess I'm in this kind of protected position from the armbar. I can rock myself up and scissor on top. I can grab my collar and pop the knee off the head. If he does straighten it out, I don't have a lot of time here. So again, I can try to pop this knee off and get my head here to buy myself some time. Scissor or stuff the leg, going through those same moves. He steps over, I can go hitchhiker escape, where I turn my thumb up and I run corner here. I run, run, run. But if I don't protect this leg, I'm gonna run myself right into an omoplata. So when I am here, and I don't have a lot of time, I'm gonna turn the thumb up, grab this pant leg, and I'm gonna run. And that'll stop the omoplata. If this leg is not here, right here, I'll just come out on top of this position, but it's probably gonna be there. I'll come backside here. So again, if it's straight and I can pop this knee off and bridge here, I have a couple options, whether I scissor or I stuff the leg, or I go hitchhiker, controlling this pant leg so I don't get omoplated on the way. And then if I come out here, that's fine. If that leg's over the top, I'm going backside. And then the last one that will save me sometimes is when I'm here and I feel that these legs are pretty tight, I'll go underneath and I'll kind of swing my legs this way, throwing this over, try to get to my hand where I can reach it a little bit easier. And then I'll try to come up from here and get on top. You know, it's a bunch of them. We've been going through these all week. Pick one or two and see if it works for me. Let's try those out. 1, 2, 3.